Kalalalwa Yahweh Basham Yoshai Basham Kakudash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth, also in sincerity. Well, I'm not exactly here with a little impromptu video. Came across this article while I was coming home. So it's a nice little topic to do a little quick video on. You know what I mean? Go straight to the point as per usual. So we could divulge straight into it, right? It's a California Bill AB 495 lets strangers remove kids from school for gender surgeries, abortions, without parental knowledge. The California Democrats have taken another step in their war on the family with a shocking new proposal, Assembly Bill 495. At its core, this legislation undermines parental authority and opens the door for strangers to remove children from schools or daycares without parents being notified. This is what happens when radical leftists are allowed to push their agenda unchecked. They erode the role of parents and hand power over to the state. AB is a soft and misleading title is nothing short of an assault on parental rights. The bill expands the definition of family member to include non-relatives, granting them legal authority over the children. The bill authorizes medical interventions without parental consent, including gender-affirming care that can involve chemical castration, removal of healthy body parts, and abortion. Incredibly, the bill allows adults with no ties to a family to remove a child from school or daycare by simply filing an affidavit. No court order is required. A background check is conducted. No parent's signature or approval is necessary. In some cases, parents may not even be notified that the child has been taken. Supporters of the legislation claim it is meant to protect children whose parents are deported by immigration authorities. Yet the bill makes no distinction between children of illegal immigrants and children of American citizens. The rights of every parent are now in jeopardy. Deported parents already have the legal right to take their children with them. The argument being made in defense of this bill doesn't hold water. Instead, it creates dangerous openings for government agencies, political operatives, and even predators to separate children permanently from their families. This is not happening in isolation. California already allows minors to change their names, genders, and even birth certificates without parental approval. Combined with AB 495, these laws form a system that effectively erases parents from the picture and leaves children at the mercy of the state. History shows us exactly where this leads. Mao, Hitler, and Stalin all understood that controlling children was the fastest way to destroy the family and strengthen government power. Now, Governor Gavin Newsom, who is eyeing a future in the White House, appears to be following the same script. Rather than ensuring children are safe with their families, his policies risk leaving them exposed to exploitation, manipulation, and even trafficking. The truth is clear. AB 495 is not about compassion, it is about control, and the state can take your child without your consent. You are no longer the parent, the government is. And the messed up thing about this article is that they didn't need this AB 495. The birth paper, as a child born, the birth paper already declares them are basically property of the government. Or let me say the state rather than the government, because governments change. You understand? The birth paper shows where you belong to, which is the state. Right? And that is what birth paper is for, right? However, this act, or this bill rather, shows a Now the government could fully step in without parental consent, control, or knowledge and do whatever they want to do to children. Um, just get some precepts. No, nothing written down, it's just things that come to mind. So, let's see if we find this precept. I know it's in Proverbs. I believe it's in Proverbs. I'm gonna bring up the child or raise the child. Let's bear with me 1 second. Alright, Slakia Mola. It was Proverbs 22 and verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right? And what you teach any child is that there is no need for the parent. Basically, even though this is already an understanding in at least, let me say, American society, the parent is really just to feed you and clothe you and give you shelter. Everything else you have the right to do. You could call the police on your parents and so on and so forth when that is wrong. You understand? Because a child would deem the parent disciplinary action harsh. Even the scriptures say, you know what I mean, if the father deal with you, so like the father deal with you as if he deal with his son, you know what I mean, despise not the child, so on and so forth, just roughly paraphrasing. Alright? So that just goes to show that this world, this kingdom, teaches children who have no thought outside of their own selfishness, for lack of better words, that it's okay to disobey the rulership or the leadership of your parents, or it's okay to not honor your thy mother and thy father, as the scripture say, honor your mother and thy father that thy days may be long. Alright? That is what this rulership teaching. And this bill could possibly allow that to even be consecrated even more. Right? That is one aspect of it. Alright, now this is also it's Micah, oh my god. Yeah, it's Micah 2:1. It's a woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right? There is a wicked act. It's one of the wicked laws, one of the draconian laws, in other words. Because they basically, you could send your child to school, a boy, and he could come home a girl. Right? We all know that is folly, that is folly in the high. One of the follies in the highest regard in this kingdom right now. This gender, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. Right, verse 2 it say, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. They oppress a man and his house, meaning what? The household by each other, any madam, whatever. Because now the women think that hey, they could do it without a man, and now the children believing they could do it without the parents. Yes, and the whole uh, it have a scripture in Isaiah saying, surely the turning of things upside down. Right, shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, so on and so forth, roughly paraphrasing. But this is the turning of things upside down. This is it. Right? The turning of things upside down. Read the book of Daniel. Daniel Amos. Daniel 7:25. Let's see. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. You understand? Because this is something against the Most High. The Most High make man, man, woman, woman. He didn't, you know what I mean, allow this controversy agenda to, you know what I mean, that wasn't created from the beginning. Yes, the scripture says that nothing new under the sun. You know, yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah as an example, but that was dealing with, you know what I mean, they working iniquity within themselves. And now you could, you know what I mean, chop off your rod and pass it. You could patch up a slit and bar a rod. It wasn't that extreme. It's the same concept, the same doctrine. Yes, so it's not new. But now they carry it up a notch. Take it up a notch if you would. Right? You see, and they shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Yeah, because this shit does really take a toll on you mentally. You know what I mean? It's be like, dog, what if, where you like, what wicked thing they could possibly come up again? Possibly come up with again. And every day they come up with something new. I will bring on the mic at 2 and 1. You know what I mean? Because on their beds, meaning what, in the free time, the leisure time. Like 2/3 of Jake on the lease, doing fuckery and bullshit. The devil was working. You know, Psalm 64:6. You know what I mean? A diligent search. He doing a diligent search into what? Iniquity, wickedness. Alright? Where was I? So, okay, alright. They shall bear all the saints of the Most High and think to change what? Times and laws. And they shall be given into Israel until a time and time. Salakia, and dividing our times. He'll be given into his hand until what? That time is appointed. That time is up. Right? He changing the times and the laws, me no more. Now it's okay to do things that is complete abomination. Things that could get you put to death in the past. Now it's okay, it's alright. There's no consequence for that. Alright? Bring out our final precept. It was to the point. That is just the random the thoughts or precepts or ideas that came to my spirit when I just saw the title of the article. Revelation 12:12. It said, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe or destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because ye know it that he had but a short time. Say destruction to them that inhabit the earth and the sea. The devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Great wrath. But it's one aspect of his great wrath. He laws because why? This kingdom is governed by the wicked, i.e. the devil, i.e. Soidom. Alright? The wicked. Now he could come down unto you having great wrath by oppressing you through what? Through laws, through statutes, through his commandments. Not the commandments of the Lord. Nah, he's just do the opposite of whatever the Lord says to do. And this is how they imputing it onto children. Unsuspecting, unaware children. You understand? That is why this devil have to go. That is why this kingdom must crumble. Right? They have no remorse for old or young. They regard not old or young. You understand? It's clear to see that they want to, you know what I mean, they're willing to do anything to keep their grasp on the seat. It's just slipping slowly but surely. but is willing to do anything, even oppress children. You understand? We know how wicked this man is, this devil rather. Alright? So I hope this was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yeshai B'Shem Kakadash. Till next time, shalom.